Good everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Ubaglo, and with me once again is...
Commander Shepard, and I fight for the user.
That's right. So, last time we finished off the remastered Borg and Undine series. So what we're going to do for that is actually going to celebrate by going to the newly reopened Club 47.
Yep. Complete with flashing lights.
That's right. It's now much more of a club than it was before.
There's probably some ecstasy in here.
Well, okay, yeah, probably. So, unlike what I thought earlier, it's not actually a separate zone, which is weird because I remember it being mentioned it was. What it could be, though, is that there actually could be a side area that was being referred to. But yeah, Club 47 now has a much larger area that definitely looks a lot more like an actual club.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's certainly some impressive lights. For this reopening weekend, if you talk to this gentleman over here, or actually if you go to any GPL store, you can buy the clubwear outfit and a dance manual for a new dance. You so desire.
Oh, you probably have to use the manual.
No, I think it's
you have to use the manual.
Really? Because I didn't have it. Like, it didn't get put into my inventory.
Weird. Yeah, I just had to use the manual. But
let me see.
Here it is.
Modes. Was that shuffle? Yeah, dance shuffle. Yeah, it just added it automatically.
Yeah, I had to use it. I don't know why. Maybe because my inventory is nearly full. That might have to do with it.
Oh, that's a possibility.
Fix that. While I'm dancing, because I can multitask. So yeah, these are the club clothes.
Yeah, so the club clothes actually do have a pretty large amount of customization on them. So you can certainly repattern them how you like, or you can just make yourself look like look like you're from Tron. I mean, that's fine too.
Why wouldn't you want to be from Tron? It's one of the most beloved movies of all time.
Yeah, seriously.
That people heard of after the sequel came out. Seriously, most people had not heard of Tron before the sequel came out. Like, I mean, sci-fi fans, obviously, and like probably super Disney buffs, but
that's kind of sad.
Actually, well, okay. To be fair, I guess it was in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes, and in and they did Legacy in Dream Drop Distance.
I still have yet to play.
Yeah, I haven't played enough of that one. Whatever. Anyway, so the big thing we're going to do this week is actually start on the Delta Rising stuff.
We just want to dance first.
And, yeah, and show off a nice looking Club 47. There's one other corner I want to go into, which was also being highlighted.
Can we get drugs?
Oh. No, I think this is people in the line for the washrooms.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Which is weird because there are no washrooms in
It's called
Star
a
Trek.
refresher. Actually,
all right.
But they call them in Star Wars too. That's really weird.
There's for some reason there's a bank and mail.
Give you something to do while you're waiting to take a leak.
Yeah, here's like a quiet area for RP, and there's
drug use.
A guy floating just outside.
He is
a guy and his cat. It's just standing outside
I think it
in space.
I think he somehow got above and came down. I think he's like supposed to be outside the curved window here.
Yeah, he is.
Right, so
he's just standing out in the vacuum of space.
So we're going to get drunk now, right?
Lounge and synth. Oh wait, Astro Lounge and synth bar. Okay.
I actually like this little touch here. There's waitresses floating around, and they have you can access the basically the drink inventory. That's actually a nice little touch. So it's not like You have to go up to the bartender. There are actually waitresses doing their job in a video game.
Yeah. No, it's up. Okay, so and then just up here is. Oh, hey, you can get direct access right to the transporter.
Ooh, that's handy.
Yeah, it goes straight from the transporter right to Club 47.
Yep.
Yep. So, let's get back to our ships. Then we can start.
Ninja clothing change.
Oh yeah. Oh, whatever. I can do that when I.
It'll automatically do it because you're like Rise.
The club wear
from everywhere.
Yeah, the club wear is considered an off-duty uniform, which means you can only use it in social zones. In fact, I think even club wear can only be used in ESD.
It was ESD, Rosanna, Starbases, and Rise, I believe.
For club wear?
For the club.
Because I know social. The off-duty can be used in any social zone.
Yeah, that one specifically said listed off a bunch of places. Probably Kronos too.
Okay.
And I will hop on later with my Romulan and see if you can wear it on New Romulus command.
Okay.
Where am I going? Taldewa.
Yeah, because we want to go to the Dyson Sphere Gateway.
Yes.
Oh, actually automatically changed me into my winter set, which is actually fair because that's what my first costume set is at the moment anyway.
Almost went the wrong way.
I want to...
You want to be right where you are.
Yeah.
You just need to maneuver yourself enough to get to the right...
Yeah, no, it's just... I'm trying to decide which of the two options I think is I want to go travel to the Delta Quadrant. So what we're going to be doing for this series is instead of me using a fresh character, because leveling up someone for Delta Rising is a pain.
Yeah.
Although based on what it looks like as I was trying to level up one of my LP characters through missions that I hadn't yet done, it does kind of look like if you started a fresh character and just leveled up through all the missions that are available normally, you'll probably get to about 53 or 54 by the time you start Delta Rising, which means you actually do have a pretty good head start, and you don't have to do quite as much grinding as I had to do.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes, because I'm 54 right now.
So there are a bunch of these missions, though, that because I'm using a character that's already gone through all of these, I can't replay. One of them is the breadcrumb into starting Delta Rising, which, much like all the other breadcrumbs we've seen, is basically just directing you to your contact inside the sphere, and then he just sends you off and saying, "Hey, here's your first mission." However, there's one video. I want to see if I can replay it. While I'm here, let's also change to my Dyson outfit. So there's one video that I want to make sure is in this recording. Let's see if I can replay it just up here. Folks will probably remember this area as being where the at the very least it is the same design as where we did those diplomatic briefings before.
Yeah.
And it wants you to talk to Commander Burgess. Actually, this mission does have a little more, doesn't it? Because you need to talk to Commander Burgess, who introduces himself.
Nope, that was it.
Oh, right. The mission I'm thinking of is... What is the mission I'm thinking of? There's one where you talk to him, and then you have to talk to a bunch of the... Oh, no. I am thinking of a mission right towards the end. Because there's a mission towards the end where you're having like a big all races conference.
Haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, but yeah, this area also has all the amenities. There's a ship customizer. There's a gear.
Yeah, it's like any good indie game hub area for an MMO. Like Dalaran and WoW or
Yeah.
other place in WoW. You can tell how long ago I've played WoW because I said Dalaran, which I think was like Burning Crusade's hub.
Yeah. Here's the bank. Here's the exchange.
Wait, was Dalaran Burning
There's a
Crusade's
floating
hub or
thing.
was it Wrath of the Lich King's hub?
It was Wrath of the
Okay.
Lich King.
Yeah, that was the last time I played WoW.
Sub-Commander Roush Sahan is someone you'll run into.
They're all people you'll see.
Yeah. Oh, man. Is there a way to replay this mission? Or replay this video? It should be.
I don't know what the video is because I haven't gotten a video yet, so you're probably
Yeah,
safe.
you'll get it you'll get it basically as soon as you leave the Dyson
okay.
sphere. Up here is where you've got the skill trainer and the bridge officer trainers.
I wonder if they fixed the bug with Romulans yet.
Sure.
There was a bug when it first started
Sure.
where if you were Romulan, you could literally not train bridge officer skills anywhere except Kronos. I say a KDF-aligned Romulan. I don't know if it affected the bedside.
Also here, there you go. If with Delta Rising, you can purchase a white intelligence officers for just like a tiny amount of dilithium. So for folks that didn't buy the bundle and thus don't have a full set of intelligence officers, they can get one.
Yeah, it's
there.
actually not too expensive.
Because you will.
200.
Yeah, 200 dilithium is less
Thank
than
you for reminding me.
me.
I had dilithium to refine from the
Yeah.
the mirror event thing still.
Yeah, from the mirror event, yeah.
I also have it on like 4 other characters to refine.
Yeah, that's a lot of dilithium.
Yeah, it was a lot of doing the stupid mirror event. I think I complained about that last week though, so.
Let's check this bottom area here.
To see if that's where the replay is.
Yeah, down here it says the chief engineering officer. So this is where the ship repairs are. Kind of strange that they didn't move the. If they're going to have the chief engineer down here, why isn't the ship selection and ship purchasing stuff down here? But it looks like there's nothing, and that map seems to be slightly offset.
So this is where you can cut in the trailer that you grabbed from elsewhere, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and find that video elsewhere, like see if I just missed where it can be replayed. But you're just about to see it.
I am. Only I had a way of actually recording my footage.
Yeah.
I mean, a way that wouldn't take like 3 hours to actually set up right. But...
I'm gonna head back to the. Let's head back out to the docking ring. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything here.
I'm just following along.
Commodities vendor. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Okay, beaming up.
So head back to the ship, and then we'll leave the Dyson sphere.
Into the wild blue yonder.
So if I hit...
Oh, this video.
Oh, it's playing the video anyway.
Woohoo! How convenient. So this first mission actually is completely solo, though it's sensible in this case.
Yeah. I really like this this video because it's basically a recut of the Voyager opening.
Starring Robert Picardo as the Doctor. Jerry Ryan as 7 of 9. Garrett Wong as Harry Kim, without rank. Ethan Phillips as an annoying hedgehog. Tim Russ as Tuvok. Everyone else from Voyager couldn't be asked to come back.
No. Even though a few of them do actually have references. There is one mission that that does talk about Tom Paris.
Well, we've met his daughter too, so.
Yeah.
I'm really willing to bet that Cryptic is like not burning its bridges at all in hopes of getting anyone back. Like,
yeah,
actors who are obviously dead, but
yeah, like, I'm sure that any person who plays SCO probably wants anyone from the shows to show up if it's possible.
Right. Also, much like Leonard Nimoy in the original game and Denise Crosby in Legacy of Romulus, Jerry Ryan is narrating the stuff.
Oh, good. They do actually highlight now that what are single-player missions and what aren't.
Yay.
Or at least they're better highlighting this. So yeah, so the first mission is Mindscape, which is going to be, for the most part, just it's kind of an introduction to stuff that's going on.
It's like introduction, also kind of cleanup, as you'll see.
Yeah. It will also resolve something from the pre-Delta Rising missions. So, while we're flying here, I just want to mention the ship that I'm flying on this character right now is the Dauntless class, one of the launch tier 6 ships. This character I mainly fly cruisers, both like the standard ones and the assault, the battle cruisers. But the trait on this ship is really, really interesting. So, like, really, the science vessels tend to have turn rates that are slightly faster than most battle cruisers. So it's not too much of a shift for me. Although the Dauntless has kind of a crazy turn rate. It is pretty nuts.
I flew through a sun.
So, oh no! That's probably not good for you. One thing that I think is really weird about the Dauntless, though, is that it comes with a white secondary deflector. Like, it doesn't come with its own special secondary deflector or anything. Good old.
They're showing off their upgrades to the ship model that they did.
Yeah. Also to the ship interior.
Yeah,
there is a new. There is a new bridge for the Voyager itself. Also, and actually, I'll talk about this in just a moment. But there's also not only an update to the current Voyager bridge. There's also a new Voyager bridge.
I think this is it, isn't it?
Actually, that probably is the remade Voyager bridge.
I never saw the other one, so. At least not up close. I think you vaguely seen a few of the other missions.
Yeah, so you can ask Van Zyl, why is the Voyager here?
Well, I guess in one ship back.
If there's going to be any ship you're going to send back, might as well.
In fact, even the novel universe, which kind of follows off the other stuff, but separate from this, I think they even did a series of books about Voyager leading a convoy back to the Delta Quadrant.
Sorry we don't have time for a tour, but the Admiral insists he needs to speak with you right away. The Admiral is waiting for you in the ready room.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the rebuilt, if this is the new Voyager bridge or the old, or just the remastered old Voyager bridge. I'd have to look at. So what we're really getting at here is to go with, well, just this week, Cryptic released a brand new Tier 6 Voyager variant as part of their big remastering of the Voyager ships in general. To go with the release of this ship, they also added a bundle which sells the remade old style Voyager bridge, but also has a new style Voyager bridge to go with it. And the T6 Voyager looks actually pretty awesome and has a really neat ship trait on it.
Yeah, it looks, the visual design of it's pretty nice overall.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah, there'll be some photos of it overlaid. And same with the new bridge. And the price is actually, well, the price is reasonable. Like for this weekend, so like this sale might be over by the time people get to see it. There's they're taking $5 off the price of every bundle involving the ship. So the ship itself, instead of being $30, is $25, which makes it just the same as a regular Tier 5 ship. The one which includes the
bridge,
the ship, and the two bridges, in case you already have the other two Voyagers, is like 40 instead of
30 instead of 35, I think. Or maybe 35 instead of 40.
Right. In fact, why don't I just look?
Nonsense. Who needs research when we have conjecture and speculation?
Oh, it won't actually show me because I've already purchased it. Yeah.
Wait, I could look. Madness.
Yeah.
Or bundles. Discount packs, that would be what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 35 instead of 40.
Okay. And then the one which includes all three Voyager variants plus the new interiors is 50 instead of 55. So it's not bad, actually. That puts it in the same price as your normal 3-pack, even though in this case what you're getting is a Tier 4, a Tier 5, and a Tier 6 ship. I think that the release of the Voyager bundle is interesting for the fact that it makes it not only is there now 3 Tier 6 science vessels, which is actually kind of unusual for the game in general, but the fact that there are more current tier science ships than any other type, but it's also interesting that I believe this also makes Voyager, or at least the Intrepid class, the only ship to span 3 different tiers.
I think so. At least,
like the next closest is if you want to consider the Phantom Intel escort to be a Defiant, because it really kind of is.
Statistically it is. Visually it's
a lot bigger.
Bit different.
Visually it's similar, but it's also a lot larger. But yeah, right now it's the Voyager is the only ship to span 3 tiers, unless I'm mistaken. Anyway, so getting on to what we're actually here for, Admiral Tuvok is still having issues with Cooper. Because if people remember one of the pre-Delta Rising missions, we revealed who Cooper was, and they had a psychic attack on Tuvok. And Tuvok is still dealing with that, so he's called on us to help him fight back.
The only way we know how. The Vulcan mind meld.
Yeah, so...
which can do anything.
And this is basically why... Yeah, this is basically why this is a single-player mission, because Tuvok's mind is already pretty full. He doesn't need more than one of
Tuvok
us,
don't do threesomes.
In there.
That's how I was going to put it.
Yes.
Also, this totally would have been the perfect opportunity to bring back George Takei. Because there was that one episode of Voyager where they basically mind melded into the past and met George Takei. Because Tuvok's old enough to have served on the Excelsior. I'm just saying, Decay seems like the type of guy who'd do it.
Yeah, probably.
Decay's an awesome dude.
He is.
I'm not going to say it.
So we'll try to get out of sickbay here. And the door's locked.
I always assume they just generally lock sickbay in Voyager because of all the times, like, you know, crazy people got in there. Like that one time Tom Paris evolved into a salamander and then kidnapped Captain Janeway, and then they had salamander babies. The result, the turning of the salamander was the result of going warp 10, which involved you actually occupying every single point in the universe at once.
Yeah.
That episode was bad. I think it was so bad I think they actually wrote it out of continuity. And of course,
I don't know if it's just I'm misremembering Voyager, but I can't help but notice that the Doctor sounds different.
He does sound a lot different. I'm factoring that as
he sounds lighter than he usually does. Like I remember, I think he had a deeper voice in Voyager.
He did, but I mean it's still Robert Picardo. I'm just thinking it's Picardo's performance now versus 14 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
And honestly, for the other scenes, it kind of makes sense because, I mean, the Doctor does seem like the type of dude who would become a lot more easygoing as time went on. Because, I mean, that was essentially his character in the show.
Yeah, like, I can't say that he's poorly written or poorly performed. It just definitely seems...
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Neelix is different, too.
He sounded close enough to me, but, yeah.
When we get there, I'll talk, which I think is probably the other mission we're doing tonight, but meanwhile, Harry Kim or I should say Garrett Wong and Jerry Ryan pretty much nailed the characters as they were before.
Yeah. Although Kim is the one character in all of this I think is very interesting because
he gets to do something.
Well, not only does he get to do something, he gets to do a lot of stuff, but he also actually looks like he's 30 years older. Well, whereas none of the other cast actually look older.
To be fair, he's also the only one of those characters who's human.
Well, I mean, I'm not aware of like Borg stuff making them age slower.
She still has nanoprobes in her, so I'm assuming they are like retarding the effects of aging, basically.
Yeah, possibly. And we know that Tuvok ages slower because he's...
Well, yeah, Tuvok in Voyager was already like 200 years old, so...
Yeah. The Doctor shouldn't age at all.
I'm willing to bet the Doctor just made himself look older because he wanted to.
Yeah, probably.
That's the thing about being a hologram. If he wanted to, he could basically make himself look like Chris Evans. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do between this week and last week and this week. I forgot. I was going to upgrade the shotgun. I did it on my other character and managed to upgrade it to purple. And I'll do it before we hit Kabali Prime.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I don't like Kabali Prime.
I kind of like it, but it definitely has an issue where there are too many because it is a adventure zone, and so there's supposed to be a lot of people on it. The enemy spawn rate is a little too high. And it's not that the enemies there are difficult, but when you can be engaging them and
they'll horde up on you.
All of a sudden have Yeah, just like, you're fighting a group, and then all of a sudden that group respawns as you're fighting it. Like that's not really
Yeah.
fun.
Hey, how far are you? Just so I don't like get too far ahead.
I just stabilized the warp
Okay.
core.
So you killed Fake Harry.
Yeah.
I like the second person you need to kill in this
It
thing is Harry Kim.
yeah, it's interesting how he also talks like he knows that it's that's all fake.
Well, to be fair, it's not even really him. It's him as perceived by Tuvok's mind.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they've changed how this works because so heading towards engineering, like it's got that hallway that's actually just like a wall at the end, painted to look like a hallway. When I did this the first time, I remember it actually looking like a real hallway, like not
Really
obvious. Like I think I actually could walk to the
No,
end.
because it always looked fake to me. So it might just be graphical setting differences too. But
Maybe it definitely looks
yeah,
different now.
because when I did, I'm like, oh, it's like a painting over the walkway, like in a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah. But I definitely like how they handle the way like Voyager's interiors all warp and twist as you walk around. Like it's actually very natural. Like, there were a lot of cases where I walked past an area that like the wall was there, and then you turn a corner and there it ends. So you turn around, walk back, and the wall is now open. Like it's very well done.
Have you gotten 7 of 9 yet?
Yeah, I'm just talking to her right now.
I can't be sure, but I'm pretty sure they made her boobs bigger than you can actually make players. Which bothers me, because, I mean, I like her as a character, but she had the worst, dumbest outfits ever.
After you finish talking to Seven, you try to go out the main door and it's a brick wall. Instead, they want you to walk out the side door where you walk into a simulation chamber.
Or the simulated Undine, who are thankfully not nearly as tough as the ones we dealt with last week.
Yep. They're definitely a lot easier.
But yeah, like I said, Jerry Ryan, pretty much exactly like Seven was 15 years ago or whatever. It's kind of eerie, actually.
Yeah. I think they did a pretty good job at re-representing all the characters.
Oh, you're here. Let's just get this over with.
Oh man, I have to see if I can do this. I totally can.
What'd you do?
Security escort. I can totally beam in a security escort into the mind meld.
Oh, I might as well use my phaser.
I was really wondering if I could do that when I was doing it as my Romulan.
Which is funny because like I've been doing a bunch of missions lately where Cryptic like correctly blocked the ability to use those in a lot of areas where it doesn't make any sense at all. Like I realized that when you're doing actually like every step of almost every single step of the Davidian series doesn't actually let you use any of those abilities because like either you're deep in the core of the station or you are like back in time.
Yeah.
With Cooper defeated, I should no longer be able to maintain the telephone link with my mind.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
With Cooper's attack,
And so I just defeated Cooper and left back
To save Tuvok.
Yes, yeah, I just saved Tuvok, so now we've left the mine meld. We'll go to the bridge.
Yeah.
We still do not have a fix on Cooper's whereabouts. I will contact Starfleet for any.
Let's see if we can find where
the Undine are hiding?
Yeah. Where did he want to go? Oh.
Whoops. The Omega Protocol's in effect. Weird.
There we go. For some reason it didn't activate. Like when I talked to him, it didn't actually advance the mission. There you go. So try to scan, and the Omega Protocol is still in effect. That's weird.
I know. It's like they're doing the thing where every time you go into someone's head, or I should say every story that involves going into someone's head where, you know, you're not actually out even though you think you're out. Lolly lulelo.
Yeah. Yeah, we are actually still in the meld.
Which means we have to wander around Voyager some more.
Just finishing off re-clearing the bridge.
Murdering Tuvok's crew.
Yeah, pretty much.
We should use the link to our advantage. If we can track Cooper through the link, we can then pursue him in the physical.
So, we're heading off to astrometrics to see if we can track down. I think this is the area that I was really.
Look for another path.
Yeah, so you walk out the turbo lift, you turn around, you walk towards the door because it's the only one there, which is just a brick wall, and you turn around and the entire hallway is changed without you even noticing.
Yep.
The way they handle the map transitions is incredibly well done.
Yeah.
In 2375,
Yeah, that part is pretty cool. It's just like boom, you turn around, you're there.
Cooper is
If I remember correctly, this.
Keep searching.
You also get an accolade
Oh yeah.
for exploring the whole place.
Yeah. Yeah. If you look at all
The weird
things
weird
that have
shit.
changed. Yeah.
I sense we are making progress. Keep searching.
Yes. I really like how well this mission is done, and it's also you probably noticed that you also turned back in on a hallway that you had actually been through. Like it's just very it's very smooth how it manages to change the map without you actually realizing it.
I love when you get to the astrometric store.
Oh yeah, because
It basically makes fun of all the technobabble.
Yeah. And it's also pretty great because one of the as you're doing it, your character just does like the frustrated emote. Like, oh come on, like this is just nonsense.
Descale the herring.
Stop making me do this.
Like my two favorites are descale the herring and recouple the decoupler.
Yes. There we go. And now that you're in, it wants you to like check the memory of different regions that the Voyager has been in the past.
Yeah, references to past episodes of the show, that some of which I have not seen. Most of which I probably haven't seen, because I think I kind of stopped after like season 4 or 5.
There. We have him. Cooper has broken the link. The meld can end.
And then we actually, for real this time, leave the meld.
Honest.
This ordeal has taxed me immensely.
Seriously, like,
I must continue.
For
for real this
realsies.
time.
I have learned that Cooper is in space.
It's totally not another trick.
Location known. Please join me
No.
on the bridge.
No, this is
No, it's actually
truly and
a trick.
honest.
Voyager will join you in the Northwest Passage. We'll leave as soon as you...
Now we can go back to our ship and then head off to this next location for the...
The Northwest Passage.
Yeah.
I know the Northwest Passage is historically like something related to like Western expansion, which makes the Native American guy naming it that kind of funny. So now that we're here, we have to find the right singularity to go in fluidic space.
There's a few, and I don't know if it's random or if it's fixed. Yeah, I think it's actually fixed because I didn't have to scan all the singularities in order to get through here the first time. And
Might be.
I think it's this one up here.
The top left,
Yeah.
top right.
Yeah, it's top right-ish. If I'm remembering right,
Yeah, we'll go check.
which I could fully be wrong.
We will go check. Let's see if you are wrong. Oh, bioship.
Oh, you
Just
catch
one.
another one?
Hmm?
Oh, the one I was talking about, the one I'm already fighting.
Well, we're still in separate instances.
Oh, right, yeah, we are. Yeah. I kept forgetting.
Okay, let's see if this is the right one.
No, it's not that one. Which one was it? Yeah, so people may be noticing from my video, just how slidey the Nautilus is. Like, it is crazy how fast its turn rate is. Like, I think with the way I've got mine kitted out, right now turn rate of about 40 degrees a second, which is like pretty crazy for any ship, let alone a science vessel.
Oh, that'd be why I was looking at the wrong ship. Ah. Yeah, that is basically the same turn rate I've got right now in my escort.
Yeah, and because the science vessel doesn't have quite the same inertia rating as an escort, it just totally slides around as you're turning. Right? No, it's not that one. Maybe it is a random one then. They definitely got it in like 2 or 3. Like, it didn't have to go very far in order to find the right singularity. It ended up being the one right to start. So it's either after you scan X number, or it is pure random which one
I only had to
is.
scan 3, and the last one I had to scan, or the last one I scanned was like in the middle.
Yeah, I had to scan 3 in both of the other times, so it's probably the third one you scan.
Yep.
Cooper's bioship appears to have nerve clusters, gyri, and structures typically associated with brain matter. While most bioships are organic, they are not aware. Rather, they are biological. This would explain the abilities of Cooper's token.
It's possible that Cooper's bioship is actually self-aware.
Acting as a brain for
Madness. Living technology that's self-aware. Who heard of that?
Yeah. So while we're going through this, I'd just like to also talk about something else that changed this week. The patch notes for this week had something very interesting in them. The T6 Intel science vessel, the Scryer, got a really massive buff. Like when Delta Rising launched, it didn't have the sensor analysis ability or the secondary deflectors. I imagine because Cryptic decided that the
Intel thing.
the weakness, yeah, the Intel ability for detecting vulnerabilities was more than sufficient to make up for that. Because if you looked at like all the ships, all the Intel ships, they removed one ability from, like basically from that set, and then added the Intel ability in its place, kinda. But apparently, Crypto decided that no, that was actually unreasonable for the Scryer, so they added the sensor analysis ability and secondary deflector onto it, which that is a really massive buff because the detect weakness thing is pretty strong as it is for like especially for the group, but adding on the like the plus 30% damage bonus for sensor analysis, like that's a massive increase.
Yeah, I think Cryptic's pro-science vessel. There's like a conspiracy going on.
Something like that. And then right after that, they decide to release a T6 Voyager.
That's why I'm thinking it's a conspiracy. A science
Yeah,
conspiracy.
clearly.
We need to round up all the scientists. Stop them.
We need to destroy
Yes.
science. We'll get the science destroyers on the case.
Also, we're actually reptilian aliens who eat people. There's your obscure sci-fi reference of the week. If you guess it, you win no prize. You don't know what it is, do you?
It's not immediately coming to mind.
Well, since there's no prize anyway, it's V, which was a 1980-something miniseries about aliens that came to Earth and basically turned everyone against scientists as an excuse to basically take over and use humans as food.
Interesting.
Yeah, the whole thing was essentially an metaphor, I think that's the word I'm looking for totalitarianism. Very good miniseries, though, if you can find it. I'm assuming it's on DVD or something.
Yeah, it probably is. In fact, I think I may have even seen it on DVD at some point.
There was a revival series in like 2010, I want to say. Though I think that only lasted like one season, then got canceled. And I have no idea how good that was because I never saw it.
Well, if it got canceled, probably wasn't that great.
You can never know because, I mean, like, Firefly was amazing and it got canceled after 13 episodes. So, you know, it could have not been good or it could have been on
That's
Fox.
True. Yeah. Both fully possible.
Oh, look, it's Cooper. How far are you?
Muscles controlling
Trying to enter
Okay,
the
so
control
oh look,
nexus.
it's Cooper again. Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, we did land on
I know.
his bioship, so I just like that you're basically trying to get into his control area by effectively making the ship sneeze.
Yep.
Right, one more, then I can get into the middle part. Alright, there we go.
Cooper
Whoops,
shares
I died.
just beyond this
Whoops.
an intriguing notion. I shall make the attempt.
I was in the middle of like 5 Undine though, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting that you realize that, well, if the ship possibly has its own mind, why not try to mind meld with it? So now the whole point of this is to basically do a defense mission as the Stubach tries to mind meld with the ship.
I could actually think of a few good reasons to not mind meld with it, namely that, you know,
Move to another mural.
mind melding with Cooper kind of fucked us in the first place.
Yeah, pretty much.
And there's no reason to believe that the ship is any less of an asshole than Cooper.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course, neither are as big of an asshole as Franklin Drake, but, you know.
Very little is.
I'm actually surprised he hasn't shown up in this, at least as far as I've seen.
Yeah, there is a duty officer mission that basically makes interesting insinuations about the intel ships, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to mean that yes, they are
They are Section 31.
They're Section 30. Yeah, Section 31.
Makes sense.
Like it doesn't even try to outright say anything, but it certainly makes insinuations about the intel ships that that they are not necessarily operating within Starfleet parameters.
Well, for one, they all have cloaking devices.
Yeah, they're just all kind of weird.
What is happening? You did this.
My mind to yours. Your thoughts to mine.
Why should we listen to the weak?
You will perish when the Iconians completely purge. To the Iconians, you are weak.
So I just saw a cutscene. I don't know how far you are.
Yeah, it's just playing that right now.
Okay.
No! Don't listen to him!
The turn of this one is kind of weird compared to how most of the rest of the expansion works. Because so the insinuation here is, at the very least, some of the Undine are willing to stop the hostilities because they realize that working together is more useful. But the main Q operation that you do as part of Delta Rising has the Undine as a major enemy force, and you only unlock it after completing this mission. So it's
Oh, what?
it's kind of weird.
The Borg one?
Borg disconnected.
No, you had it before. I did
you?
at least. On this character.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah,
Alright.
it's kind of silly. On the other hand, it makes sense given what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily going to say that it's like completely unreasonable, but it's definitely odd. Like it's probably something that will be advanced on later, because basically this and Disconnected are the only times you really see the Undine in the Delta Rising missions, if I remember correctly.
That's all I've seen so far.
Yeah, so this basically wraps up the this wraps up the Cooper side, but it doesn't really wrap up the Undine part, which is probably at this point may not necessarily be that big of a thing until SEO decides it wants to really hit the Iconian storyline again.
Yeah.
Part of the ship and crew that define the most challenging aspects of my existence. Our shared efforts prevented another
So,
incidentally.
but yeah, that's probably something that will come out in the season patches for Delta
Yeah.
Rising.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll hear rumblings about season 10 like early next year or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so that was Mindscape, and actually that took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, we can do reunion next time.
Yeah, we'll do the next mission next time, and then start on some of the patrols or whatever. But yeah, so that'll be it for us for this week. I don't think there's anything else to bring up.
Nope, let's just go back to Earth Space Dock, get drunk, and dance. It's only like a couple 100,000 light years that away.
Something like that, yeah.
We can be back there in 10 seconds. Fast travel. That's one thing about Delta Rising. I'm guessing they're just explaining this with faster warp drives, but it makes Voyager's journey seem like it should have lasted like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So in fact, yeah. Before we leave, I'll just pull up the map. So when we start doing, one of the things that Delta Rising adds is they add a whole bunch of new patrol missions and actually adds actual missions for them. And the patrol missions, like a lot of the early ones, are basically, hey, Voyager passed by these places on their way. Maybe you should go back and see how things are going. Delta, like all of the Delta Quadrant, is basically 2 separate sector blocks.
Yeah.
This is here on the large map. So like, I'm sure, like, it's not everything, but it talks about a lot of the different locations that Voyager went to.
Like Star Next mission, we're gonna start running the Kazon, who, Voyager dealt with them during the first weeks of the first, I think 3 seasons is when they kind of wrote them out after they moved past our space. So it's a little goofy.
Yeah. I'm sure the area is laid out kind of sensibly, but yeah, it as you go through the patrols and the missions, it definitely makes the idea of Voyager's travel, how far they actually got, seem kind of weird compared to how far you're jaunting around in this area. Okay, because actually, yeah, around where we are right now is about where their journey ended, because we're in Borg space.
Well, the Northwest Passage is where they were at the end of season 4. So then after that they got jaunted via magic a few 100,000 light years away, or not a few 100,000 light years, but a good distance out of Borg space.
But yeah, a good distance. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not going to try to fully explain with logic. It's just like I said, it seems a lot shorter than they actually traveled, but you can't logically make a game at least like this and expect you to go long distances without anything happening, because that would just get boring.
Yeah, they would have had to have made it much smaller subsectors, and then used the transwarp gateways much more aggressively, which honestly probably would have made a lot more sense, but
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that'll be it for us for this week. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you all next time.
I believe I am just parked next to a pair of people who are basically playing Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask.
Oh.
Okay. There's your weird crossover of the week. Bye, everybody.